And you know what? The world doesn't give a fuck. We have to face the harsh reality that the world doesn't care about our hardships and strife. We have to take life by the balls and yank it. And now your host for The World Doesn't Give a Fuck, James McGee.
Several times on this show, I have talked about my son having Tourette's. He's on this show. It's something that is a part of his life, part of our life. That will be always a part of it. There's no cure, very little. It's just Tourette's is just a weird thing. We have tried numerous things throughout his life. He's 30 years old, and he was diagnosed when he was 7. So it is it is just something that we know that is just going to be a part of our life. But it's as he's gotten to be an adult. I mean, it's very hard. He makes verbal noises, makes him not want to go places, makes him not want to do things. Job wise, it's been a nightmare, and that's why we started our own business. It's really it's really a hard life. So I've always dabbled into different things and researched about my health and my family's health. And something that I have been wanting to try for a very long time was raw milk. Not a big milk drinker, nobody in my family is. But I've always wanted to try. I've heard that the health benefits of it were tremendous. But it's getting better, but it's illegal for whatever fucking reason. It is illegal in a lot of states. Well, my state starting allowing people to sell it, but they have to list it as for pet consumption only. Let me say that again. Pet consumption only, so you can buy milk. So you can buy something that you want to put in your body. We keep talking about my body, my choice. The liberals talk about my body, my choice. We can't even buy fucking milk. That there are tons of research of the health benefits of raw milk. I don't want to get too political with this, but it's because our politicians are bought and paid for by special interests in the dairy industry, and it's just a big fucking mess. Well, a couple months ago, I found a raw milk source, and I started drinking it. Immediately, I've never in my life a food, a vitamin, any sort of supplement that immediately I felt the immediate. It's a complete power food, game changer, unbelievable. It's one of the best. Didn't realize this at the time. One of the best electrolytes out there. It's just a total game changer. Well, after I was on it for a month, I bought my son a gallon. I said, look, I want you to, he doesn't live with me. I want you to try this and just see. He tries to take care of himself health-wise also. Month goes by, and I started, and my mother started noticing his tics were getting better. He's been doing raw milk, and I'm with him every single day. We work together, and I'm with him every day. He has been drinking raw milk for 3 months. 2 gallons a week I get him from the source that, I feel like I'm going to a drug dealer's house because of the way that, it's unbelievable. you should be able to buy in a fucking store. 3 months in, I'd say at least 50 to 60%. 50 to 60% improvement on his ticks. And what has changed? Raw milk. This isn't a commercial for raw milk. This is a testament and a statement that nobody gives a fuck about your health. Doctors, we have been to tons and tons of doctors. I've covered this before. The health industry is they're not the doctors, insurance companies, all these other the pharmaceutical industry. They are in the money business. They are not in the health business, and they don't give a fuck about your health. But you better. You as as an adult, you as a leader of your family, has to do your own research and quit letting politicians and letting lobbyists and special interests decide what is best for us. You know, our current president, who put in somebody who believes in this kind of stuff, who believes in raw milk, who believes in, healing our ailments with non-processed food instead of just putting chemicals in our body. But it's not their responsibility. Now they need to get out of our fucking way and let us make our decisions, our body, our choice. But it's not their responsibility. When we look at it that way, yeah, they are the taxes that we pay. Yeah, they have a lot of responsibility. But if we go approach it with the mindset that it's not, that we will do our own research, because the research that they do is always controlled by special interests. Always you can go find. You can pay somebody to come up with any conclusion. All these scientists are all fucking for sale. Do your own research. Find some people that you trust. I found Dr. Paul Saladino, Gary Brecka, people that, yeah, they like to make money like everybody else, but they're truly in the health business. They truly want to help people. Like the Surgeon General, I don't know if she's even going to get confirmed because of the special interest that's going after her. God, I can't think of her name offhand, but I read her book. That's what's wrong. The chronic illness, Tourette's. You know, like people call RFKJ a quack. He's not a quack. He's bringing to light. He's bringing to light the fact that autism, he specifically, when he talks about tics. You didn't hear about this 20, 30 years ago, 50 years ago. You didn't hear about that. But it's because the world does not give a fuck about your health. It's about money to the special interests. But I don't, like I said, I'll get into a rant of politics real easy. But do your own research, make your own decisions, and lead your families, and understand the world does not give a fuck about your health. Most doctors don't give a fuck about your health. They care about making money. Your health, your problem, your body, your choice. Do your own research and make your own decisions and do what's best for you and your family. I am happy that we found We found this, and I think it's only going to get better. Every week, I see a bigger difference in him. And I'm happy that I didn't listen to the special interest, and I took a chance and went and found something that I feel like is going to improve my son's health after 23 years of this. So I hope you have a good weekend. It's Friday. Have a good weekend. Remember, the world does not give a fuck, but you probably need to. McGee is out.